Welcome. Let's begin in a wild child's pose. So keep your big toes touching, open your knees wide, and then walk your arms forwards, let your chest and forehead rest on the mat. We're starting this practice a little bit slower, so give yourself time just to soften into the ground, soften into this pose. Bring awareness to your breath, focusing on a deep inhale and a smooth exhale. Turn your head to the right, so you're looking under your right arm. Then thread your left arm under your right. You find this threaded needle position. If you'd like to take this further, you can wrap the right arm around the back, reach for your waistband, or maybe the hip crease. Then we'll switch, so reach both arms forwards to reset. And turn your head to look left and thread your right arm under your left. Again, if you're going further, left arm is wrapping behind the back for a bind. Then reach both arms forwards, reset. Staying in your child's pose, press the hands into the mat, push yourself back towards your heels so you feel that lengthening down the arms, into the upper back, down the whole of your spine, lengthening, creating lots of space. Keep pushing the floor away. Keep sending the hips down to the heels. So you should start to feel this in the inner thigh area. Let's hold for a deep breath in and an audible exhale out. Good. Come up into tabletop. And very slowly tuck your toes, lift your hips, make your way into downward facing dog. And the hamstrings may be feeling a little tight, so give them time to ease into the pose. Start to pedal out your legs. Shift weight side to side as you do. Then settle in and find stillness. Press through your hands and your feet. Ground down through the four corners of this pose. We'll take a deep breath in here and an audible exhale out. Nice. Then step your feet as wide as your mat and bring them in a little closer to the hands. Bring the left hand to take a hold of the outside of the right ankle and twist to look under your right arm. So keep pressing through your right hand and both feet so you feel stable. And gradually continue to twist, gazing up towards the ceiling now. On your next exhale, release the twist. Let's move to the other side. So right hand comes to left ankle, twisting under your left arm. Go slow to begin. And then gradually twisting further, looking up at the ceiling. With your next exhale, untwist and then reset your feet. So back in your traditional downward dog stance. Start to lift your heels, bend your knees, and then swing your knees from side to side. So you find a little twisting action in your downward dog. You can send the hips down low, so you really start to get more of a side body stretch. Just exploring all variations of downward dog. Good, then come back through center. Cross the left leg in front of the right. Squeeze your legs together. Then open out to side plank on your left. So take a moment to get steady here. Keep the legs pressing into one another. Focus your gaze on one spot to help with the balance. We'll take an inhale here. As you exhale, right hand comes down and then spin so that you're in side plank on the other side. And you can lift your left leg up, keeping the knee bent. You're in a different variation now. Hold it steady, keep the hips high, keep pressing the floor away. Inhale. Exhale, straighten this left leg so it's pointing up towards your ceiling. Then start to sweep the leg forwards towards your right hand. Lower the foot. Then spin both feet to the long end of your mat. So you're finding this straddle stance. Take a few breaths here, just hanging out. Ground down through your feet. Let your upper body hang heavy. And walk your hands to your right foot. Plant your left hand as you reach your right arm up. Twist your body and spin your feet so you're moving into side plank on the left. Pick up this right leg, sweep it high. So we're just reversing the sequence now. Keep that leg lifted, pointing to the sky. Hold for a breath in. And then bend the knee. Good, hold it there, just another breath. And then let's transition, lower right hand down, start to cross right leg over left as you spin to find side plank on the right. Keep squeezing the legs together, press the floor away, hold for a breath in. Exhale it out, transitioning into downward dog now. Lower left hand down, spin your foot to face forwards. And then press back. Uncross the legs. And you can pedal the legs out a few times to reset. On an inhale, lift the left leg high and open out the hip. As you exhale, step the foot in between your hands. Lower the back knee down, reach your arms up, inhale, low lunge. As you exhale, you can lower your left hand down to your side and start to bend to the left. So you get a nice long stretch down the right side of the body. Tilt your head towards your left shoulder, let your neck completely relax. Hold for a deep breath in. Exhale it out. One more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Plant your hands. Then sweep your left leg all the way back up to three-legged down dog. Inhale as the leg goes high. Exhale as you lower it down. Second side, right leg lifts. Open out the hip. Inhale. Exhale, step the foot forwards, lower your back knee down, arms up for a low lunge, inhale. As you exhale, release your right arm to your right side, and then start to lean to the right. Relax your head and neck, and deepen your breath. So we're really taking the time to get to the juicy part of the pose here. So keep sending your hips down and forwards. Dial up your breath. Wonderful. Okay, plant your hands, sweep your right leg back up to three-legged down dog. And keep the leg high this time. Open out the hip for an inhale, bend the knee. As you exhale, bring your knee across the body to the back of the left elbow. And then straighten the leg, lower the foot. Reach your left arm up as you open out into fallen star, pushing the floor away. Hold for a breath in. As you exhale, sit your hips down and then fold forwards. We're still just getting warm, so don't worry how far you fold. Let go of any expectations for this pose here. Just allow gravity to do the work. Okay, sitting back up, plant your right hand back where it was. Lift up into fallen star. And then lower your left hand down, turn your back foot to face forwards. Bend your right leg and glide the leg onto the mat to come into pigeon pose. When you've set your hips, walk your hands forwards. Start to settle in, deepening the breath here. Making the breath very conscious. Amazing. Then bring your hands close to your front leg and edge your back leg forward so your knee will come to the back of your heel. Tuck your left toes and lift up into a standing position. So your knee is, your heel is hooked on your knee. From here, plant your hands, bend the grounded leg so that you rest your front leg on the back of your arms like so. You're either staying here, if you're comfortable coming into the balance, lean forwards, lift the left foot. Holding it here, gaze down, push the floor away. And then when you're ready, coming out, come back through the standing position. Walk your hands forwards and lift the right leg all the way up, three-legged down dog. Hold for a breath in. As you exhale it out, lower your right foot down. Second side. Left leg goes high. Inhale, open the hip and bend the knee. As you exhale, bring the knee across the body to the back of your right elbow. Then extend the leg, lower the foot, open out into fallen star. Inhale, push the floor away. Exhale, sit the hips down and then fold in between the legs. This time you may find that there's a little bit more space. You could go a little further. Again, there's no pressure. Good. Sitting back up, press up into fallen star. Inhale. Exhale, lower the right hand down, turn to face forwards. Then as you bend your left leg, glide the leg onto the mat. Set yourself up for pigeon pose. Square your hips and then walk your arms forwards to settle in. Finding your Ujjayi breath now, that oceanic sounding breath. Sitting back up, bring your hands close to your front leg. Glide your back leg in so the knee comes to the back of your heel. And tucking your toes, come up to a standing position. You may need to walk your hands a little closer. Bend the standing leg and bring your front leg to the back of your arms. And you're either just holding it here or you're leaning your weight forwards and picking up the right foot. Holding the balance here. Keep challenging yourself. Press the mat away. Good. Lower the right foot down. Come back to that standing balance. Walk your hands forwards and lift the left leg high. Open the hip. And then lower your foot down. Whew. Pedal out the legs in downward facing. Take a moment to reset. And on an inhale, lift your right leg high. Keep the hips square. As you exhale, bring your knee to your nose. As you inhale, lift the leg high, look forwards. Take a hop off the left foot and hop the left foot forwards. Then bending the right leg, come up into a standing balance. Bringing your knee in towards your chest. Then reach to catch hold of the outside of the foot with the left hand and straighten the leg. Then right arm reaches back, start to twist to the right. Go slow as you twist. I know it's a wobbly one. So find that place to focus your gaze. Keep standing tall. Wonderful. Slowly release the hold of the foot. Sweep the leg back. Come through warrior 3. So creating that T shape with the body. And then lower your fingertips, lower your back leg, and we'll fold into a pyramid pose. So both legs are straight here, hinging from your hips. See if you can bring your belly towards your front thigh. Wonderful. Then pushing your hands into the mat, sweep your left leg all the way back up into a downward facing dog. Keeping the hip high, the leg high. All words have gone. Lifting your leg high, keeping the hips square. And then bend your knee, bring knee to nose. Inhale. Exhale, lift the leg up, look forwards, hop off your right foot, so you're hopping the foot forwards. And then come up into that standing balance, bringing your knee in towards your chest. Take a hold of the outside of the foot with the right hand, straighten the leg. And then left arm reaches back, start to twist left. Take your time as you twist. Keep standing up tall. Good. 2, come out, release the hold of the foot, sweep that leg back. So you're coming through warrior 3. And then lower your fingertips, lower your back foot, come into that pyramid fold. Pressing down through both heels, relaxing your chin to your chest. Give yourself time here to breathe deeply. Wonderful. Then pressing the hands into the mat, sweep your right leg high into 3-legged down dog. Inhale as the leg goes high. As you exhale, step the foot in between your hands. Lower your back knee down. Untuck your back toes. Then here, start to edge your front foot forwards so that you straighten the leg and then flex the foot. So you find this half splits position. You have the option to stay here. If you'd like to move into full split, start to edge the back leg down the mat to lower the hips down. We've got about 5 to 10 breaths here, so really take your time. There's no need to rush into it. To keep the hips square, start to roll the left side hip down and forwards, and the right side hip back. So we're always making these little adjustments with the hips to keep ourselves square. Good. To come out of the pose, press the hands into the mat. Start to edge your back knee a little closer if you're in full splits. If you're in half splits, start to bend the front knee, come back to a low lunge, and then we'll step it back into downward facing dog. Second side, lift your left leg high, keep the hips square. And then exhale, step the foot in between your hands, lower your back knee down. Start to edge your front foot forward so that you can straighten the leg, half splits. And again, you have the option to stay here or edge the back leg down the mat to move into full splits. So whichever variation works for you here, go there. And start to square off your hips, drawing the left side hip back this time. Right side hip forwards. Start to deepen the breath to help you work through any discomfort here. Wonderful. Then 2, come out, press your hands into the mat, start to edge the legs back together. And we'll step back into downward facing dog. Wonderful. Pedal out your legs if they've gone to sleep. And then cross your left leg over your right. Bend both knees and come down into a cross-legged tabletop. Open your feet as wide as the edges of your mat and then sit back in the space behind you. So your knees should be stacked here. If you need to make any adjustments, you can always rock forwards, edge the knees together, and then sit back. And 2 options here. You can even just rest your hands on your knees or reach for your heels, or incorporate the arms by bringing left arm behind the back, and then right arm will come overhead. The hands will draw towards one another for a bind. Again, don't worry if you're not in the full bind. You could hold onto your clothing. We're starting to wind down the practice now, so let go of any expectation. Just allow yourself to sit in the pose. Observe your breath. Can you make your breath even smoother? Can you soften the muscles in your body a little bit more? Release the hands if you're in the bind, and then we'll switch the legs by rocking forwards into your tabletop. And then bring the right leg in front of the left. And once you've stacked the knees, sit all the way back again. If you're coming into the full expression, right arm is coming behind the back this time. Left arm is reaching up and over. And when you find your pose, option to close down the eyes, really settle into that state of inner peace. Just enjoy this time, pressing pause, just focusing on your breath, nothing else. Wonderful. Release the hands. Place your hands behind you. And then you can release the legs and find a cross-legged position. We'll finish the practice with a few simple twists and side bends. So start by taking right hand to left knee, left hand behind you. Sit up nice and tall and slowly twist to your left. And again, you can just lower the chin towards the chest. Let your head hang heavy. Soften your eyes closed. Nice big breaths in. Long and smooth breaths out. Wonderful. Let's switch. So bringing left hand to right knee, right hand behind you. Sit up tall and twist to the right. You can relax chin to chest. Soften your eyes closed. Slowly release the twist. Then bring your left hand out to the left side and reach your right arm up and over as you bend to the left. And as you bend, you may find that you could lower the left forearm. If the right side buttocks are lifting, then keep pressing right side down so you're staying grounded. Keeping your chest open, filling yourself up with breath. Inhale, and exhale to let it go. One more breath like this. Inhale, exhale. Good. Windmill the arms to switch. Then bending to the right this time. If the left side is lifting, ground down through the left side. Keep your chest spiraling open. Wonderful. Slowly come back up and then just rest your hands on your knees. Soften your eyes closed. Relax your shoulders away from your ears, down your back. And we'll finish this class just with a few moments of stillness, soaking in the effects of the practice, taking a moment to recognize our efforts, to thank ourselves for showing up. Thank you so much for joining me for class. It was a pleasure. I hope to practice again with you soon. Namaste.